Hi guys, my name is Muhammad Amin Fidaus bin Abdullah, and today we're going to explain about Hirarc assessment for workplace safety, which is construction site of the Department of Chemistry Malaysia. Our project members team is me as Muhammad Amin Fidaus bin Abdullah, and the second one is Amiruddin, the third one is Arman Shah, the fourth one is Akif Hafi, and the last one is Adam Haris.
First of all, Occupational Safety and Health Act, or we call OSHA, is a principle to protect and prevent our worker against hazard and its risk in connection with their activities at work. To complete our study, last week, we have gone to site office, Chemistry Department, project at Kolam Ayer in Johor.
So today I want to explain what method we use in this project. The method we use is the research method we use in this study is Hirarc. This method aims to evaluate and improve the level of safety in the workplace, namely in the construction area of the Johor Chemical Department Johor Bahru. In addition, this method is very effective in strengthening the rules of or PPE in the workplace. First one is hazard identification. Hazard identification is an evaluation process conduct on any situation that may induce harm to its surroundings. The hazard identification of the waste disposal process in the construction area was carried out through workplace inspection and observation. For the second one is risk assessment. The risk assessment is a process of determining the magnitude of a risk, which is then used to assess its tolerance level. The following equation can be used to calculate risk, which means risk equal to likelihood and severity. And the third one is risk control. Risk control is initiate control measure that help prevent workplace accident and injuries, such as elimination, substitution, engineering control, administrative control, and personal protective equipment or PPE. Habis. So this is an example for the level of risk likelihood. We have the first one is level of risk likelihood, and the second one is hazard severity category, and the last one is risk matrix. That's it. Bye. Bye, fucker.
So now I'm going to talk about result and discussion. So while doing this research, we identified three risks. First is the physical risk, second is a biological risk, and last but not least is chemical risk. So now I'm going to talk about the physical risk. So physical risk in the context of a construction site, physical risk refer to the potential danger or harm that can arise from a physical aspect of the site. This includes identifying and assessing hazard that can cause injury, damage, or loss to workers and the property. So based on the table, we can see we just find four activities that can be put in the physical risk. For the first activity is cementing in the high area. So if you can imagine, when the worker cementing in the high area, sometimes they can control themselves. So the hazard is there are no barrier on the side part of the high place. So sometimes when the worker is stumble on the high area, they are unable to reach the barrier to avoid them from falling. So it can affect loss of consciousness, broken bones, damage to deter or prosthesis and death. Second is doing electrical wiring. So if you can see the picture side, while doing electrical wiring, it can cause short. Sometimes it can short, so it can cause effect, burn or death. Third is lifting stone. So while we going to the site, we saw worker lifting a stone without a glove, so it can cause abrasion on their hand. So, and last but not least, is using litter. So where we see there's the dangerous part of litter. For the first is unstable structure. Second is wet surface, and last but not least is uneven surface. So it can make the worker falling and badly injuring. So second is result is chemical risk. So chemical risk on construction sites can harm worker safety and health. Although chemical hazards are not as dangerous as physical hazard, they can harm more workers at the construction site than physical hazard. Therefore, it can decrease the work progress and cost the company a fortune due to many of the workers are unable to work. So we find just only one activities that we can include in the chemical risk. So the first is the painting. So as you know, while people painting, when they are painting, the worker is supposed to smell a chemical, for example, the chemical like potion. So the effect can rush, headaches, breathing difficult. So that's all for me.
My name Muhammad Ahmad Syabin Muhammad Khalid. My metric number AA230390. Today, I will explain about biological risk. Biological risk is one of the key principles of biosafety. It is the process used to identify the hazard, characteristic of an infectious organism, the activity that could lead to exposure, the chance of construction a disease after an exposure, and the consequences of an infection. For the case study, the construction site we select is an urban area. We will exclude wild animal as biological hazard because it rarely has dangerous animal like tiger or snake in the middle of the urban area. However, we should know not to take off guard about biological hazard because they can also cause many workers to be unable to work and can ruin the company's feelings. Based on our decision to find a land excavation area, there are several hazards that cause the spread of dengue and dengue outbreak. The effect that will be encountered if exposed to it are rash, pain, and fever. The probability stage are 3, and the hazard level is on level 4, while metric risk level are at the medium level. After that, I will explain about discussion. Based on the finding we obtained from these 3 main criteria, we have found that none of the hazards have high risk, then only 2 out of 6 hazards have medium risk. Moreover, 4 out of 6 hazards have low risk. Based on the information that we have obtained, we have concluded the construction site of the Department of Chemistry Johor is safe for workers, but workers have to take serious some of the hazards, and employers should some safety measure to control the risk to prevent any unwanted accident in the workplace.
Last but not least, conclusion. In conclusion, construction sites are exposed to many hazards and risks. Therefore, it's important for workers to alert their surroundings to prevent any accident. Employers should be more effective in maintaining worker safety and help to prevent loss of worker, property damage, and financial ruin. Moreover, hazard identification, risk assessment, and risk control, known as Hirarc, is an effective risk analysis process to find hazards that can harm people on the construction site, including employer, employee, or outsider. Therefore, Hirarc should be adopted in risk management system. It will cause worker productivity to increase, prevent property damage, and prevent company from losing money. To wrap up this case study, we as a human cannot run from hazard and danger in this world. So we should do something to prevent it, just as Hirarc, so we know the cause that can harm us. And as a servant of Allah, we should pray to Allah to protect to protect us. That's all for me. May Allah protect us from any danger and hazard. May Allah guide us to the right path, and may Allah bless us all. Assalamualaikum, goodbye, and thank you.
You are the one.